First of all, congratulations on your appointment again, and we wish you best wishes. But a couple of weeks, a couple of days in the office, how are things?
Yeah, look, things have been very, very busy. Obviously, the most important part I've done that now is that to get my technical team together.
Yeah.
I'm very, very pleased and happy and looking forward to working with those people like Tom Malichacha and Sarami, and Alex Aridia, and our fitness trainer Zach van Heerden. So I'm very, very happy with that, and that was one of our main and important things we had to do immediately. And we've done it now, and I'm so happy with that. Okay. And of course now we just we're going to start planning our way forward. We've got the Brazil trip coming up. We've got to try maybe if we can, before we get to Brazil, to play one or two friendlies. It's going to be very, very difficult because there's no FIFA weekend, any of those in the time between now and that. So we're going to have to try and plan properly, but we are looking at that. And as I say, we've got a lot of work to do. We're going to travel now around the country. We go to Durban, Cape Town, Black Leopards, visit everybody, talk to the coaches, talk to the players, talk to the chairman, because we're going to need them to be part of the setup. We need to embrace these people to feel part of Bafana Bafana. And we also need to negotiate to get the players released in time for the African Cup of Nations, maybe 2 or 3 days early. Every day is important. So we've got a lot of things going on at the moment.
Okay, speaking about obviously getting a game before Brazil, talking to clubs, is there a sense that they might give you maybe a weekend to say, go and hear the players, see what you're likely to get in Brazil?
Yeah, I think what's important at the moment is, and I've said this before, is we need to build up that kind of relationship with the clubs, with the PSL, with the managers of the teams, not only in South Africa but abroad as well. And sometimes when you embrace these people and they understand that we need their help, we need them to all pull towards the same thing. Because I understand the FIFA dates, I understand they can't be released and so on and so forth. But we want to try and get a situation where the clubs, not one club or two clubs, but every club feels, you know what, the country needs these players. Let's give them on a Wednesday when we're not playing, and we'll work something out. So I think everything can be negotiated, but there's got to be a good rapport between the Football Association and the clubs. The clubs mustn't feel divorced from what we're trying to achieve. They must feel part of it. We need to embrace them, and they need to be proud to support Bafana Bafana.
Okay, let's go back to the assistants. There were a lot of speculations about who was likely to be on a technical committee. I must say, what you came up with, it surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's only surprised people because of the fact that it was so difficult to keep Tommy's name out of the newspapers, And I think it was the second day after I was appointed, I had a chat to Tommy very, very privately, and I told him, listen, Tommy, this is the situation. I'm not saying you have got the job, but this is what I'm thinking of doing, and would you be interested in blah, blah, blah. And of course, I had to keep that very, very quiet. And I'm very pleased that it was kept quiet. And then, of course, all the names started coming up, and all the names are quality people. I mean, Neil Toby's a quality guy. Dr. Kamal is a quality guy. Andre Arendse, I've worked with, he won the league for me. Brilliant, brilliant person. What a gentleman, And they're all quality people. And the decision was very, very, very tough, And of course the media were onto it and were trying to speculate, and there were people saying certain things, and I'm just so happy that we were able to keep it very quiet right up until the announcement. And Tommy Malichacha, in my opinion, is the most successful assistant coach in the country in the past 10 years. He's worked as an assistant to Gavin Hunt, who's a very successful coach and is a winner. He is a winner himself. He knows how to win things. He's been on that training field, and I know when I won championships with clubs, I know how important my assistant coaches were. They played a huge role. It wasn't about me winning the championship. My assistant coaches played huge roles in my success and the club's success. And I know how important it is to have a good assistant coach. And I also know Tommy played a huge part for Gavin Hunt. Because you need to have your coach there who's on the same page as you. He knows your philosophy. He knows what you want to achieve. He knows you want to be a winner. He's a winner. So Tommy was really a fantastic choice in my opinion, and I'm so happy and looking forward to working with him.
Okay, the final question, Gordon. The targets that have been set for you are at least semi-final next year in the Nations Cup, and then qualifying the team for Brazil. Are these realistic targets, and what will it take for you to achieve those targets?
Look, obviously, we're under no illusions. The tasks set out are very, very tough, but I would like to make it clear that if I didn't think that they were achievable, I wouldn't have taken the job on. I believe together, this country, we can make it happen. With all the support, with the fantastic support staff that I've got, making the right decisions, making things happen, getting the players to have confidence, and everybody in this country together pulling towards the same thing, we can make it happen. We're hosting the African Cup of Nations in South Africa. You know that the power of the supporters behind the team will lift those players to new heights. We can lift these players up to new heights. The players need to go out and play with confidence, play believing and knowing that they're the best players in the country, you know, and perform at that level. I know we can do it, and I'm sure, as I said, I keep saying this, together we need everybody pulling towards the same thing. We can make it happen. And of course the World Cup qualifying for us, it's a difficult task. There's no kidding about that, but we know it's realistic. I mean, we've got 2 points and the team on top, Central African Republic's got 4. We've got to play them twice, you know, so we can do it. We can do it. And I'll say this again, that if it was an impossible task, I would certainly not have taken this job on. You know, why would I take a job on that I know is impossible? So I think it's a little bit fair to say it's impossible and we can't do it. We can. I'm positive we can do it, and we're going to give it one hell of a go.
Okay. Gordon, just the last thing. Your leader on the field. I know there might be some misinterpretation of what you said earlier this morning at the breakfast meeting you had with regards to the captaincy. You want to say something about that?
Yeah, look, I mean, you know, people jump the gun a little bit too quickly, you know. I was asked a question about the captaincy, and I said that we have many captains, I believe, and have leaders in our team. And Morgan Guild was sitting in the audience, and I used him as an example. I said, we've got a leader sitting right here in Morgan Guild. Morgan Guild is a leader, I know that. He'll motivate his team and say, come on guys, let's go. He'll pop up and score crucial goals at the right moment. But there are other leaders as well, and I never mentioned any other names because they weren't in the audience. Because Morgan Guild was there, I acknowledged him, and I just said that he's an example of a leader. We're not going to say Pino's not going to be our captain. I want to sit down with Stephen Pino. He is the captain. Sit down with him and see how he feels about being the captain. You know, let's see. Maybe he doesn't want to be captain. Maybe there's other issues. Maybe he's lost his confidence. Just like I think most of the team lost their confidence in the last couple of months. I mean, all we keep hearing about is we can't score goals. We haven't got a good team. We've got no players. We'll never be able to do things. And of course, players will get into a shell. And maybe that's affected Stephen as well. So, you know, we're not saying Stephen's not a leader. Stephen's a great player. He plays at the highest level of football. So what we need is time, sit down, talk to the players, communicate, and I'm sure at the end of the day we're going to come up with the right decisions.
Okay. Gordon, thanks a lot and best wishes.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay.